Celebrations as the first G20 meeting on the African continent got underway. The principals in the gathering, the troika of the immediate past, present and the next hold of the presidency, Brazil, South Africa and the United States. All discussions took place behind closed doors, most of the delegates only seen as they walked past the welcoming dancers. Ukraine was brought up in a formal session, but it appears it was also an issue discussed on the sidelines. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa spoke to Vladimir Zelensky Friday morning and reiterated South Africa's position that there can be no credible peace process without Ukraine's participation. This a direct repudiation of the apparent US push for unilateral discussion with Russia. The point driven home by the South African Foreign Minister.
Our position has been very clear from the onset with that peace formula that it must be inclusive. We continue to believe that any resolution to any conflict must be inclusive.
South Africa has stayed neutral in the conflict, a position it believes can be useful in helping create a negotiation process. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov also attended the summit and released a statement criticizing European support for Ukraine. He says, "In Europe, the thoughtless expansion of NATO has resulted in the Ukraine crisis. What prevents the conflict from being ended is the uncontrolled financial support and the funneling of arms into what he calls the openly racist Kyiv regime by its patrons." A statement repudiated by the French Foreign Minister.
I think the overarching majority of members of the G20 believe that these differences should be settled in a peaceful way, and that violations to those principles, those core principles of the global global architecture that are territorial integrity and sovereignty should be preserved and respected by all.
Among the festive dancing and singing, it's apparent that Russia stands alone among its G20 counterparts present here. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.